Justice. The word justice, we tend to think of that word as pertaining to a court system. But in the mind of God, his meaning of justice is very different. In today's reading from the book of Deuteronomy, Moses tells the people, "If you followed God's commandment, you would be an example of wisdom and intelligence to other nations. And those nations would look at you, realizing your wisdom and intelligence." Maybe we think that if we did justice, we wouldn't be able to show wisdom and intelligence. Maybe we laugh at that idea, think it's funny and impossible. That's our human way of thinking. The word justice. A better sign for justice would be that of mutual respect and understanding. That's the concept behind God's justice. Unfortunately, in our secular society tells us that we can do justice ourselves, that we do not need God's guidance. But does that work? Are we able to show wisdom and intelligence to others? Our society informs us that our priority is ourself. We should be focused only on ourself. But how does that help us to understand God's commandments, God's love for all people? We need to establish that relationship, that unity as a family amongst each other. We're a community. We really need that. Unfortunately, we really have no clue of what it looks like to live in God's presence. If we simply shut the door on God, stay focused on ourselves and our busy lives, and do not allow God to guide us, we completely ignore him as we go through our days. Is that a wise and intelligent way to live? Some people might say yes, but they become foolish. For example, when people wrong us and are against us, we tend to try to scheme a way of getting revenge at someone who has wronged us. Because our human tendencies tell us that somehow revenge will help us to feel better, to feel satisfied from that situation. But again, does taking revenge show wisdom and intelligence? Does that show a life full of God's presence? The big question is, what are our priorities right now? St. James, in today's letter, exhorts the people that you should accept God's word, letting it be within you so that you can live well. And having that within us, we are able to do justice to each other, to show true justice, God's vision of justice. In today's gospel, Jesus is very blunt and straightforward with us. He said, "You disregard God's commandments, but cling to human tradition." Him saying that is extremely clear, yet we can sometimes skew his message to match our needs. But skewing Jesus' message does not show our intelligence. If we skew the meaning that he has for us, we can experience frustration, challenges. We need to grow in strength in order to face those challenges. How can we bravely face challenges? Through doing justice, being supportive of each other. That will help us to have true strength to show our wisdom and intelligence to the nations. Also, to show others how to live a strong, faithful life. That helps us so that we can taste and see the goodness of the Lord and keep that within us in order to be a light to nations. We definitely need more lights in the world. And then our kingdom will become like God's kingdom, and it will be amazing. God bless you.